everything.
It's we've done of course, you know, I've been busy with Slipknot, I've been busy with Ministry, I've been busy with Korn, touring with Rob Zombie, but me and Wednesday over the last year and a half, even prior to that, the last shows we played was 6 years ago, but we've been exchanging songs for 8 years, and the thing is, he went out and he did his solo stuff with Wednesday 13 and Bourbon Crow and Gunfire, and you know, over the last year and a half, I just got to the point where I'm like, you know what, dude, we didn't know if we were ever going to resurrect the band, but we've been exchanging songs, we've been talking and everything. I'm like, I just started getting really, really fed up and bored with, you know, I'm a metalhead, so don't get me wrong, and there's nothing, I'm not taking or pissing on anyone's band or anything like that. I started getting super, super bored with what is going on. I'm like, dude, it's time for us to come back with a vengeance. I mean, you know, like, we don't need to be doing the campy shit that we did before, nothing like that. I mean, I want to come back, and this is the first time me and him sat down and wrote together. First album we did, it was half his songs, half from his old band, half my songs from my old band, and then we sat down and then we recorded the record. So that was pretty much just like the seed, you know, that sparked what this album is, you know, because this I consider to be the first Murderdolls record.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's true. It's like, you know, we could have did this record, you know, 3 or 4 years ago, but it would have not have had the intensity that this has, and I think why this record turned out to be so special, or at least to us right now, no one has really heard it yet, but like, this record is, you know, it's like, we keep using the word 5 years, you know, it's like the past 5 years of our lives have just been nuts, you know. I mean, everything from me and the stuff he's been through, it's just like, so this was like a therapy thing for us, and this is a whole new, brand new Murderdolls. I mean, live, it's still gonna, you know, we're still gonna play old stuff, and you'll get that feeling from that. But like, as far as this record goes, this is a, you know, we bled for this record. We put everything we fucking had in this album, and you know I did, I know he did, and I think it shows on it, because it's like, you know, it's like what he said about the campy stuff is like, you know, I think the first Murderdolls record was songs that he and I wrote, you know, when we were teenagers. We still lived at home with our parents, and the record came out and we were 25, 26 years old, you know, and it was fun. It had that teenage kind of angst, and we were still being goofballs. And it's like, now we're in our 30s, we've been through fucking everything imaginable, and we're pissed off more than you could ever imagine. Like, I thought I was pissed off as a teenager. This means nothing right now. Like, and I'm not joking, it's dead serious. We're fucking out for blood right now. And people have no idea what they're going to get with us. I can't even explain it.
Yeah, and this is another thing that I can elaborate on. I would never do anything that I do not completely believe in. And I'm completely 100% behind this, you know, and I'm feeling it so much. And you're not going to see the Murderdolls that you saw before. It's way more violent. And I mean, like when he said we're out for blood, I mean, he means it. I mean, you're not going to see, I mean, for the Wednesday 13 fans, not taking anything away from me, that guy's gone. He's of course, Wednesday 13. The guy that you're going to see now is just, it's insane. Yeah. It's scary.
Honestly, we didn't have a plan at all. That's what's so cool about this record, is like, we didn't go in with, I mean, we had the song ideas, you know, but we had no idea. We didn't go in going, oh, we're going to make a heavy record. This record created itself, you know, with us in the studio. Like our producer Zeus, I mean, you know, Joey had worked with him previously. I didn't know him, and you know, he came up to me like the first day. I was like, hey man, if there's a record that, or any bands that you're into, to get a vibe of what we're going for here, you know, if you want me to check it out, let me know. I was like, I don't want you to listen to anything. I want you to zone out every fucking thing. Pay attention to what me and Joey are doing, and just create our own vibe. So we didn't try to sound like anything. We didn't try to be heavy. It just came out that way. And that's the honest truth. It's like, that's how great records, I think, are made. Is like when it's planned out, it's boring. And we just went in and it came out that way. and it got so good. Like by the end, it was like the first single, "My Dark Place Alone." We did that 3 days before we were leaving. Yeah. You know, and he was like, "I got to track this song," and I'm like, "All right." So he went and tracked it, and I wrote the lyrics in the shower. You know, and that's just how he and we have such a cool connection on, like, he writes something and I got the melody, and it's a unique thing. I haven't had a partner to write with, you know, in years, so it's such a cool thing to do, and we feed off each other. I don't know. I mean, we've been so busy. I haven't been able to pay attention. I don't know what people are saying about the songs. Like, we just now got to watch a little bit of footage from the first show, because when we played our first 2 shows last week, you know, I mean, we got into, like, you know, such a zone when I go on stage and, like, I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't remember it, and I have to go back and watch it, and it's not because I'm drunk or fucked up. It's just the mood that I'm in right now, and just the way I am in my life right now. It's like, that's how I have to perform. I can't do it any other way. So I got a fucking switch that I just turn on, and you see it. You know, like, you watch anybody in the band when we're starting to get dressed, it's like they start talking to me. It's like, oh, he's.
We don't even talk to him.
Yeah. You know, honestly, it's one of those things where, you know, I mean, of course I'm a horror movie fan. I'm covered in horror movie tattoos and stuff, but in the first record with Murderdolls, we definitely touched on stuff like that. But this album is nothing about horror movies. There's nothing. I'm not singing about Frankenstein or Dracula. And see, I've been writing songs like that since I was 15 years old. I think I've accomplished every possible horror movie reference at all. So this was something new. It was fresh. Like, you know, there's songs on this record that are personal, you know, and the other songs are stories. They're not from any kind of movies. Chapel of Blood, it's a whole movie I made up in my head, you know. Summertime Suicide, these are songs that are like, they're stories. I'm like telling stories this time, but yeah, as far as the horror element, I still love it, but we're not the horror movie band anymore. So we're not the kind of guys who'd be like, oh, you know, it's all about Frankenstein and Dracula. It's not like that this time, you know. This is a different band. It's a different style this time. I mean, people, I don't ever try to force anything on anyone. People get whatever they want out of us. You know, if they take it funny, if they take it serious, I don't give a shit. And I'm not preaching about anything. I'm just saying this record is, we bled and just put everything we had into this record. And it's, you know, I hate to use the word serious or anything like that, but we're fucking pissed off about, you know, like I said, I thought I was pissed off as a teenager, but just compares to nothing right now. I mean, there's been so much shit that's happened in our lives. This is revenge for us. And that's why the first track on the record is called "The World According to Revenge." It is. That's how it is for us right now. I could go into detail, but it's not important. It's just, you know, I mean, fuck, you got to grow up. You know, I mean, I've been through a million different things. He has too. You know, different levels, and you know, once we met back up and started doing this, all that emotion and stuff started coming back in, and that's what made this record the way it is. You know, that's why it's so brutal and heavy to me. It's just like, because this, you know, it's like this is all we got right now. There's a song on the record, "Rock and Roll Is All I Got," and that is, to sum it up, that's all we have. There's no backup plan. I'm not going to go, well, if this doesn't work, I'm going to get a job. Fuck that. This is all I've got. I didn't have any plans as a kid. I was like, I'm gonna play music for the rest of my life, and I'm gonna do what I want, and I've never turned back on that.
Rob Zombie still, because our record doesn't come out until August 31st, and so I still got that tour to do and everything. But you know, of course, this is a priority for me, because, like, you know, I always said, you know, besides Slipknot, I mean, this is not a side project for me. And for me and him to reconnect and come back and make this record, and I think people are going to really freak out when they finally hear it, because it's no joke. It's not like what we did before, just like throwing like songs together and stuff like that. Well, I mean, this is a big deal to both of us, you know.
And a huge difference is, if you want to get down to it, is like the first record. You know, he flew me in. First time I've ever been on an airplane in my life, and put me on 3 airplanes to get there.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you.
He was freaking the fuck out. Anyway, you're like ghost white when you showed up, and you didn't have any makeup on.
Yeah. So either way, so the first album we came in just laughing, being goofballs, and it was just fun. And But this time when we got back together, I hadn't seen him in 5 years. I physically hadn't seen him in 5 years, and most of our conversations were broken text. And I was hearing stories about you from the internet, and I would call you all right, dude, and you'd call me, you all right, dude. I mean, and we went through a lot of crazy shit, and it's like, it isn't like we walked into that studio and was like, all happy. It was like that whole thing was therapy for us. That first week, it was rough. We had to, but it was fun. It helped, and it created the vibe for the record. It was.
Yeah, we sat down, like, this song on the record called Homicide Drive. And, like, all the songs that we had picked for the record, we had like 80 songs. We had to narrow it down to, like, what, we picked. And we wanted to keep going, but, we were running out of time and all this stuff. We sat down and, the song was, none of the songs were finished. They were just stems. Ideas. And then once we would get to a part, like, when we know the idea stops, and I'll mouth something to him, because he was playing guitar right in front of me.
Just me and him, guitar and drums in a room.
That just like this, and I was laying the main tracks down, and he would, I'd look right to him, and we knew right what to go into, and it just
was natural.
We read each other's minds when we're in front of each other, and like we know exactly what to do. And man, it was a fun recording experience. Like, it was a weird experience. Like, when we first started, like with Homicide Drive,
right?
We already knew, fuck everybody.
Oh yeah,
it was just like instant. That first riff, it was like, oh, here it goes.
Yeah.
I mean, like, when we did the first drum track that I laid down, and the first riff that he played, it's like, here we go again. It's gonna be awesome.
And also in the place we recorded at, I mean, we had this beautiful house and studio and up in the Hollywood Hills, but the thing was, we never left the place. We never left it, so it became like this asylum for us, and we only saw each other and the pool guy occasionally, and lizards and weird shit, and animals that fly through the place.
The place has huge windows, and like, we usually would work pretty late, and we'd go to bed, and then the sun would come, so we foiled and blacked out all our rooms, so there was nothing but, because, like, you can't sleep with, these fucking sunshine in your face. So we blacked out everything, and all the windows had fucking foil over it. So it looked like a goddamn crack den, even though...
Yeah, it looked like a meth house. So, and like, and every...
all the windows.
If you know anything about Los Angeles, it's just helicopter chases every 5 seconds, and, we were like, oh my God, and we got weird one night, and we wrote "fuck you" on the windows, so it's like helicopters are flying by, and there's foiled out windows. It's like a crack den, and the word just says "fuck you," almost like we're going, come get us.
Yeah, like, hello, here we
are. We weren't doing anything, we just had, that's how it looked. So but that place became like an asylum for us, because we were on schedule, and like we would track and like guitars and stuff during the day, but like I only did my vocals at night. I made sure the room was like 60 degrees and complete darkness, and like no one could see me in there. I was in completely black.
I couldn't see you when we were tracking vocals.
All you could hear was my drink. You could hear my drink and
the ice.
The ice. And I'm like, how was that? Do it again. All right. Roll it.
I bust his balls.
Yeah, but it's great though. It's great. Still the Murder Dolls. I mean, like I said, I know we've said a lot of things and saying that it's serious, it's more personal, but like, live, it's going to capture everything. It's going to have, you're going to have elements of the old thing and the new thing, but like, but no, it was nothing we needed to change the name. I mean, I think it fits the name even better. This is,
I never changed the name. I mean, the old band was what it was, but I mean, the Murder Dolls has always been me and Wednesday, so we'd never change the name.
Yeah, but now it's like, and like I said, the name of that band in the first place was a combination of the Murder Junkies and the New York Dolls, and Murder Junkies are violent, Gigi Allen, and we thought we were doing it back then, but no, we stepped it up on the violent.
So that's why I think this is really, and I think the fans, I think we're only going to gain fans. We're not going to lose any fans, from this record. I mean, people will just see that, we really put time into this, and, it's no joke to us, and But don't get us wrong, it's still fun. It's still rock, and it's still, but I mean, we really stepped our game up on this, and I really think people will be pleasantly surprised with it. Well, the first time we came here, I remember this. I remember when we got off the bus, and we were in Paris. First time I ever arrived in Paris. This is in 1999 in December. In Slipknot. Yep. And there was the Slipknot fans here, and the fans that I've always encountered, been awesome.
They're insane.
They're insane. Yeah,
but in a good way.
No, a great way.
Right.
No,
we love that. The intensity.
Yeah, it's great. And man, I've seen some crazy French fans, and I love playing here. I mean, like every time we come here, man, I've always had a blast. I've never had a bad show here ever.
It's some of the most intense fans. I mean, I saw it with Murderdolls, and then when I came back doing my solo stuff, I don't know what venue I played, but I remember walking out and it was like the whole venue just moved outside, and we got pinned up against the wall. It was just like, it wasn't anybody being rude. It was just they were so into it, and that's such a great feeling. It's like, because we make music, and to make people react that way, that's a great feeling. And it's like every territory we go to, it's like, it's different here than it is in the UK. It's different in Japan. It's different in Australia. So it's like, I have my favorite places, but I always have a memory of playing in France and stuff. Everyone is they've just been crazy. This is the most insane, energetic audience, And so I love it. I can't wait to bring the new band and for everyone to hear this new CD, because it's going to be great.
Hey, this is Joey Jordison.
This is Wednesday 13. Hello, McFly. Hello.
Take McFly.
Why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
Yeah, that's good. That's very good. Thank you very much, guys.